Now screen, is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Screen
Uh,
visible, sir.
mm, Screen along with my video.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Screen
sir.
along with
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
video.
ma. Today simply we will discuss cylinder data, the general characters and classification. One short answer will be here. Okay. They are aquatic organisms, mostly marine, except a very few which are belong to the freshwater, like hydra. Yes. All are multicellular animals with tissue grade of organization. For the first time in the animal kingdom, tissues are developed in this phylum only. Earlier to this phylum, there was a porifera. Poriferans are, even though they have a numerous cells in their body, they don't have any tissues because of lack of a nervous system in their body. Nerve cells, sensory cells, etc., they are completely absent in porifera. Hence, coordination may not be possible in them among the cells. Hence, cells are not aggregated in their body to become a tissue. But now, in the Coelenterata, here appearing of nerve cells are here. So, automatically coordination is brought. Coordination is now brought. Hence, tissues are developed. So, they are multicellular with tissue grade of organization. Yes, is it clear that point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. Now, most of the organisms are solitary and colonial and sedentary, and also some are free living organisms, that is free swimming organisms. They live individually, some of them, but some of them live as a group. Some are sedentary, they can attach with the substratum only, and some are freely floating, freely swimming in the aquatic media. Individuals, they shows radially or biradially symmetrical. Radial symmetry and biradial symmetry. Here is the principal symmetry in Coelenterata. Here is radial symmetry. You have to remember that the very important one, radial symmetry. Radial symmetry is the important one. Radial symmetry is now importantly seen in the principal symmetry seen in this Coelenterata. Okay, and biradially symmetrical organisms also available in this, because of in their body, especially some of them, their mouth will have a two axis. I think oval shaped mouth will be there, a long axis and a short axis will be there. When we cut the organism from anterior end to posterior end through either long axis of mouth or short axis of mouth, now there will be possible to get two equal halves. Hence, biradial symmetry is there and the radial symmetry is there. Simply in radial symmetry, all organs which are concentrated on their mouth, all organs are now concentrated around their mouth. Yes, mouth end will be known as a oral surface. Now, other end is known as a aboral surface. When we cut the organism from oral to aboral through an imaginary line that is said to be oro-aboro axis, then there will be possible to get two equal halves. That mode of arrangement of internal organs here called as a radial symmetry, because of all organs are now concentrated around the mouth of the organism. You remember that also? Yes. Now, body organization here, cell to tissue grade. Yes, so many cells are here. Cells are aggregated together to become a tissue. They are mostly scattered and specialized for different functions. I think different functions will be done. Here also labor of division. That is a division of labor is also there. Just like that property was seen clearly by poriferans. But now here, colonies are living. In a colony, different joints will be there. Different forms are there. Such forms are called as a joint. Different joint will do a different work. For example, a gonozoid is meant for reproductive in work. Gasterozoid it is meant for nutrition in work. Yes, bract is meant for defense. Pneumatophore that is meant for to float the organism on the water surface. Swimming bell that is meant for to swim. The entire organism will be freely moved from one area to another area by swimming. Property shown by swimming bells, etc. They are also called a different kinds of joint. A polyp and medusa, there are two important joints are here. As usually, polyp is said to be a hydra-like one, cylindrical one, involved in nutrition, involved in asexual reproduction only. Now the medusa umbrella in shape, and that will do reproductive work, sexually reproductive works will be done by the medusa. Yes. Now, exoskeleton. Here is a perisarc and calcareous. These two things are present in it. They are diploblastic in nature. What is the meaning of diploblastic? I think when we see their body wall is made up of two layers, ectoderm and endoderm only. Okay, ectoderm and endoderm. In between these two layers, there will be another. A layer will be there called as a mesohyal. Okay. Outer layer called as a ectoderm and inner one is a endoderm. These two layers are present in their body wall, hence it is a radiata or diploblastica. Okay. But now here outer and epidermis, because of the wordings like ectoderm and endoderm, such words are not suitable for this Coelenterata. That may be suitable from onwards Platyhelminthes. Hence, the outer one here is called as a epidermis. Outer one is called as a epidermis. Inner one now known as a gastrodermis. Inner one now known as a gastrodermis. Okay. Now a mesoglia, that is a non-cellular and cellular material will be present in between these two layers in their body wall, called as a mesoglia. In some of the organisms that may be with cell or without cell, etc. may be there. And they are acoelomate animals because of they don't have any secondary body cavity. The secondary body cavity will be begin from yes, a secondary body cavity called as a coelom. The coelom will be begin from which phylum of invertebrates? I think true coelomates are begin from Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata to last one. Here, the first true coelomate organism is Annelida. Especially that is a scythocoelomate phyla. But before that, a Nematohelminthes is there. That is a pseudocoelomate phyla. Earlier to this one, a Platyhelminthes one is there. Acoelomata phylum. But Coelenterata, here is no such kind of wordings like coelom. Vintunara? Yes, andaru vintunara?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
no
sir.
wordings like coelom in the case of Coelenterata. Okay. From platyhelminthes onwards, a secondary body cavity will be there. Now, a short, slender tentacles encircle the mouth. When you see the hydra, nearly 6 to 8 tentacles will be there. Okay, either maybe one in row or two in row. Now, tentacles are provided with very, very important nematocyst. A nematocyst are there, or cnidocytes are there. A cnidocytes are called as a stinging cells. Stinging cells are with nida. Nida is a poison. Whenever a predator comes very near to them, in such conditions, these cylinderated organisms will bite, will sting the predator one or a prey one organism. So it will be involved in the defense mechanism and as well as in collecting the food material. Both functions will be done by this cnidocytes. Due to the presence of a cnidocyte only, simply we are calling it as a, yes, simply we are now calling it as a Cnidaria. The phylum Coelenterata, why we called it as a Cnidaria? Due to the presence of a cnidocytes. Yes, Vintunara? Due to the
Yes,
presence
sir.
of a cnidocytes, we
Sites.
are calling it as a Cnidaria. And the Cnidaria phylum has one more another name. That name here is Coelenterata because of a gastrovascular cavity that will be present in the middle part of their body internally. So internally in the middle part of the body there is a large gastrovascular cavity will be there that look like as a archenteron. Hence it is said to be entero, I think Coelenterata. Okay, hence it is now known as a Coelenterata. So due to the presence of a gastrovascular cavity in the middle part of the body, its phylum name was given as a Coelenterata, and due to the presence of cnidocytes in it, it is said to be Cnidaria also. Yes. Now, what are the important works of cnidocytes? In two works, one is defense in mechanism, and another one is gathering the food material, capturing the food material, catching the prey organism, etc. Now, there are two kinds of individuals are generally seen. Yes, what are the two types of these joints present commonly found in Coelenterata?
Polyp and Medusa.
Medusa, sir.
Yes, answer here is a polyp and another one is a medusa.
Medusa.
Yes, polyp is meant for asexual reproductively works, nutritive work, gathering the food material, digesting the food material, involved in the nutrition, providing the food to all other individuals, etc. Such things are going to be done by the polyp. But medusa not do like this. It doesn't have any mouth. It will have a which one? Producing gonophores. A male gamete and female gamete, etc. will be done, released by it, and finally involved in the sexual reproduction. And another important characteristic feature in the Coelenterata, that is one character, polymorphism. I think occurrence of different individuals in a colony. Okay, different individuals, different morphology, different morphic forms are there in a colony. But each one will have a different work, different function. If two forms are there, dimorphic. If three forms are there, trimorphic. If more than three are called as a pentamorphic or polymorphic, and finally known as a polymorphism. Yes, generally they are carnivorous. They can eat flesh material. I think other small organisms. Okay, zooplanktons, etc. Now, one more very important character only seen in Coelenterata. That is, yeah, Makila, what is that character?
Digestion is extracellular and intracellular, sir.
Digestion is now occur in both way, extracellular and as well as intracellular. Generally, when we see any kind of animal, that will have only one kind of digestion, maybe extracellular or maybe intracellular. But now here both kinds of digestion processes are seen in it. Extracellular digestion and intracellular digestion both are seen in the Coelenterata phylum. Now, incomplete gut is there. They have alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is without another opening. Only one opening will be there. That opening is called as a mouth because of the other end is completely attached with the substratum. Already మనం ఏం చెప్తున్నాం ఇంతకు ముందుగా some of Coelenterata organisms are sedentary in nature అన్న. Yes, sedentary means they go for attaching with the substratum completely tightly. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Means one end of their body will be strongly binded with the substratum, means it will have only one end to outside, means that end automatically will be become a mouth, but another opening of alimentary canal may not be there. That is, they have a incomplete gut. I think alimentary canal is with only one opening. That opening here is a mouth, and the same mouth opening will do ingestion and also excretion. Everything, both works will be done by the same opening. Now, nervous system. Simply we are saying a nerve cells are there, a primitive nervous system will be there, and due to the presence of such nerve cells, appearing of nerve cells in the phylum Coelenterata, grouping of cells are possible, aggregation of cells are possible, formation of tissues are possible. Hence, for the first time in the animal kingdom, in Coelenteratans only tissues are formed. Okay. Now, the muscular system, they includes longitudinal and circular muscles. Longitudinal and circular muscles are here. Now, a single cavity lined with gastrodermis and a gastrovascular cavity are coelenteron. Okay. Due to the presence of a gastrovascular cavity or coelenteron, we named it as a Coelenterata. Yes? Vintunnara anta?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is it clearly audible and visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Why we named it as a Coelenterata? That word, that phylum is for this. Due to the presence of a gastrovascular cavity or coelenteron. Okay. Now, sensory organs. Important one here is statocyst. Statocyst are the important sensory organs. In addition to that, oculi also will be there. Reproduction is by two methods, sexual and asexual methods are there. Asexual method is by budding. Asexual method is by budding. Asexual method is by budding. Okay. Reproduction is generally by forming male and female gametes, etc. Now, the development may be direct or may be indirect. If it is indirect, which larva may be seen in them? Anybody in the class?
Planula larva.
Yes, very good. Planula larva. Planula larva is seen in their life history. Okay. So, up to this nearly 20 to 23 characters are needed and necessary to write a sufficient answer for the general characters of Coelenterata. If it is asked for you, if it is asked at the time of examination, you have to write at least 20 to 23 characters. Wherever I highlight on such wordings, we also have to write all of them without missing anyone, because of all these are important for this phylum. And one more, sexual life begins asexual life. Asexual life again begins a sexual life. Means that phenomena is now known as a
Alternation of generation.
that phenomena is called as a metagenesis.
Alternation.
So here polyp produce medusa, medusa produces polyp. So alternatively both will come together. Polyp produces medusa is by asexual method, and medusa produce polyp is by sexual method. So all these will come alternatively to each other. Hence it is said to be alternation generation. Okay. Now another hydrozoa, scyphozoa, anthozoa. There are the three important classes are generally seen in the phylum Coelenterata. Now we will see the hydrozoa. Freshwater and marine forms both are here. Solitary, colonial, sessile and free swimming organisms are also available in it. And exhibit tetramerous and polymerous radial symmetry. Yes, before that radial symmetry is there. You remember that one. The body wall consists of outer ectoderm and inner endoderm separated by non-cellular. That word is more important. Mesoglea. Mesoglea generally present. Mesoglea generally present. Mesoglea is generally present. Mesoglea generally present. Mesoglea generally present in all the hydrozoa, scyphozoa, anthozoa. But now here that mesoglea may be with cells or may be without cells. Now in the case of this hydrozoa, there will be which one? Non-cellular mesoglea. Non-cellular mesoglea is there. That is also important property only seen in hydrozoa. Okay. Is it visible? అందరికి వీడియో కనబడుతుంది కదా?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
వాయిస్ కూడా అందరికి కనబడుతుంది కదా?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Gastrovascular cavity without stomodium and without septa. Here, a nematocyst bearing a gastric filament. A skeleton, that is a horny structure, is a horny perisarc in some forms, while coenosarc in some forms. And one more, another important one, corals may be developed in this classes, organisms of in this class. Now they exhibit which one? Polymorphism. Polymorphism character also exhibited by them. Okay, because of they possess or they have a different individuals. That different individuals are now called here as a zoids. Okay, mostly sexual one is a medusa, asexual one is a polyp. Yes, polyp is without stomodium. Means in hydrozoa, polyp and medusa both the forms are available. That also one more important character we have to remember under hydrozoa. Which one? Both polyp and medusa. Both polyp and medusa will be there. Yes. Is it clear? Mesoglea is usually there. That is without cell. That is a non-cellular mesoglea. Polyp form and medusa form both are available in it. Polyp is without the stomodium and septa. I mean, mesenteries are not there. Septas are not there. Okay. Septas are not there, mesenteries are not there. Now, medusa with true coelom. Okay, not coelom, velum. I think a membranous like structure which will be present around the mouth, that called as a velar process or velum. Now, many of them exhibit alternative generations. Gonads are epidermal in origin. Gonads are epidermal in origin. Sex cells set directly on the outside. Cleavage, holoplastic, and embryo called a planula. Okay. So, what are the important characters which are generally found in hydrozoa? Yes, you see and say at least few characters regarding this. Freshwater animals are there, marine water animals are there, solitary, colonial, sessile, free swimming, and radial symmetry will be also present in them. Now, mesoglea is without cells, gastrovascular cavity is there without a stomodium and septa, and nematocyst bearing a gastric filament. The skeleton horny structure is a horny perisarc in some forms, while coenosarc in some forms. Now, they secretes a skeleton of calcium carbonate, forming a massive stony structure or coral in other forms. Okay. Exhibit polymorphism. Exhibit polymorphism. There are different zoids are there. One may be asexual form, may be known as a polyp. Another one is a sexual form known as a medusa. Yes, polyp is without the stomodium and without septa, mesenteries are not there in their alimentary canal. Yes, medusa is with true velum. Mesoglea is without cells, etc. All these are the important characteristic features of hydrozoa.
Hydrozoa.
This hydrozoa will have a certain orders. Order 1 hydroidea. పేరులోనే ఉంది. Name itself hydra organism is there. Solitary, colonial, polypoid stage. Polypoid stage means polyp form. Predominantly there. The medusa are short-lived or maybe absent. Sense organs of medusa are ocelli and statocyst and exclusively ectodermal in origin. Now this hydroidea divided into suborders. Suborder 1 is Anthomedusae or Ethicata. Solitary, colonial or polyps and blastostyles Ethicatae, that is a perisarc not forming hydrothecae and gonathecae. So medusa are tall, bell-like bearing gonads and the manubrium having a strongly arched umbrella. So medusa bear eye spot or ocelli at the basis of tentacles. The statocysts are also absent. Now another examples for this one is the hydra, ceratella, tubularia, etc. Now suborder 2 Leptomedusa thicata. Here conical hydrozoa polyps are now enclosed in hydrotheca. Before hydrotheca and gonatheca both are absent in suborder Anthomedusae or Ethicata. Now under thicata, which one? Hydrotheca is there and medusa are there, are covered with gonatheca. Now free medusa are flattened, bow or saucer shape, bearing gonads on the radial canal. Medusa with gonads on radial canals. Medusa usually bear statocyst. Okay, eye spots or ocelli are absent. Example, Lobelia, Sertularia, Plumularia. Okay, all these are the examples for suborder. That is Leptomedusae or Thicatae. Order Milliporina. Order Milliporina. Conical, coral-like hydrozoa without perisarc. Conical, coral-like hydrozoa without perisarc. The massive calcareous skeleton is secreted by ectoderm provided with pores through which polyps protrude out. Now colony have two kinds of zoids, gastrozoid, dactylozoid, etc. are there. Now this gastrozoid is meant for nutrition. They will have a mouth and one tentacle may be there or may not be there. But dactylozoid is without any mouth-like opening. Simply an elongated tentacle will be there for that, meant for defensive mechanism. Gastrozoids, nutritive zoids, they are shorter, provided with mouth and tentacles. Dactylozoids are now elongated, hollow, slender, with tentacles, but without a mouth. Medusa develop in small chambers, becoming free, divide of mouth, radial canals, and tentacles also. No tentacles, no radial canals, no mouth. Such things are present in this medusa. Example, Millipora. Millipora forms coral also. Now another order 3, Stylosterina. They are colonial coral like hydrozoa. Colony have two kinds of zoids, dactylozoids and gastrozoids. Dactylozoids are small, solid, without tentacles. Gastrozoids have a cup with a pointed spine. Gonopores reduce to spore sac. Medusa not free. Larvae is liberated as a planula. Now, example for this one is Styloster. So, another order 4, Trachyelina. Okay, polyp stage reduce or absent. Medusa may be the larger one, bigger one, a dominant one, free swimming, and may develop directly from the fertilized egg. Marginal sense organs, statocyst with endodermal statolith cells are also present. In which suborder, that is Tracheomedusa is there, suborder Narcomedusa is there, and order, very important, order that is Siphonophora. All these orders and suborders where we are seeing under hydrozoa. Yes, you remember that. For example, if you are asked by write up about the characters of hydrozoa, ఏం రాస్తారు అప్పుడు మీరు? ఎప్పుడైనా మిమ్మల్ని ఒక 5 మార్కులకు రైట్ ద క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజోవా అని అడిగితే మీరు ఏం రాస్తారు? You may write the characteristic features of all these orders, suborders, including with the general characters of Coelenterata. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Don't leave that question blindly. Because of hydrozoa also belong to Coelenterata. If you write the answers, if you write the characters of Coelenterata, some of them also will be belong to the hydrozoans also. But a very specific certain characters only will be there. We have to remember that character and we have to present that character when we write the answer for hydrozoa, in addition to all the general characters of Coelenterata. సో స్టూడెంట్స్, మీకు ఏదైనా ఒక షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్, షార్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చేసి రాయండి అన్నప్పుడు మీరు ఆ ప్రత్యేకంగా అదే చదవలేదని మాత్రము దాన్ని వదిలి రావడం తప్పు. ఓకే, ఏం చేయాలి? యూ హ్యావ్ టు థింక్, మీ బ్రెయిన్ అప్లై చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు రైట్ ద ఫ్యూ లైన్స్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజోవా అని క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినప్పుడు యూ మే రైట్ ద జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ Coelenterata. అట్లీస్ట్ ఫ్యూ థింగ్స్ విల్ బి సూటబుల్ ఫర్ దట్ హైడ్రోజోవా. But perfectly we have to write certain unique characters which are seen only in hydrozoa, in addition to that general characters of Coelenterata. If you remember the important unique characteristic features of hydrozoa, no problem, you write all such characters along with the general characters of Coelenterata. If you are not at all remember all these unique properties, unique characteristic features of hydrozoa, then you simply write the general characters of Coelenterata. I mean, some of them also will be suitable for them. So at least you may get certain marks also. I think ఏమంటారంటే, నాకు కరెక్ట్గా సామెత గుర్తు రావడం లేదు. గుడ్డి కన్నా మెల్ల మేలు అంటారు. విన్నారా అంతా? Yes, is it visible to all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పినటువంటి వాక్యానికి మీనింగ్ తెలుసా? గుడ్డి కన్నా మెల్ల మేలు అంటే, మెల్ల అంటే ఏమి? I think eyes may not work properly, not able to see all the things clearly అని, అంతేనా? That also will be better when compared with complete blindness, కదా? కంప్లీట్గా ఏమీ కనపడకుండా ఉన్నటువంటి కండిషన్తో పోలిస్తే ఇది మేలవుతుంది. అట్లా హైడ్రోజోవాకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఇంపార్టెంట్ యూనిక్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ నీకు ఫీచర్స్ గుర్తు రాకపోతే అట్లీస్ట్ యు రైట్ the characteristic features of cylinderator. Now siphonophora, I think in a previous classes we discussed about it, siphonophora, the importance of siphonophora in anybody in the class? Yes, Amma Akila?
Sir,
Siphonophora importance here is
it have the greatest degree of polymorphism, sir.
yes, very good. They have a greater degree of polymorphism. I think 2 day or 3 day before just we completed that topic also. Siphonophora, this order organisms are having a greater degree to show polymorphism. Okay, so polymorphic, free swimming, floating colonial hydrozoa. The colony consists of several types of polypoid medusoid individuals attached to the stem or disc. Now polyps without oral tentacles. Medusa incomplete and rarely free. Now that order Siphonophora also will have a suborder. One is Calicophora. The upper end of the colony is provided with one or more swimming bells. The other name of swimming bell here is nectophore. Okay, pneumatophore completely absent. Why in these organisms pneumatophore is absent? Cheppandi. Pneumatophore is now absent. Why? Think cheyandi. Yes, once again I repeat it. Nectophores are present in their body. Swimming bells are present in their body. Means they can able to swim freely. Avuna?
Yes, sir.
Once they are freely able to swim in that water, no need to have that organ, a special part which can able to make them to float on the water. That structure here is a pneumatophore. Air-filled bag, air-filled sac, air secreting glands are also there. Air secreting cells are also present in their bag. They secrete gases. And a gas secreting cells and earth. So gas secreting cells are completely present in the bag. Bag is filled with gas automatically. That able to make that organism to float on the water. But now not need here, because already these organisms are provided with swimming bells. Swimming bells ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి న్యూమాటోఫోర్ను కలిగి ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఎవరో ఒకరు పలకండి. ఎస్, ఆన్లైన్లో ఎవరు లేరా?
సార్
స్విమ్మింగ్ వస్తుందా మీకు?
నో సార్.
No, sir.
The girl who is known to swim no need to bear a tire filled with air. Yes, a
Yes, sir.
tube filled with air doesn't tight around her because of already she know how to swim. Kabatti once they have a swimming bell, furtherly no need to have a one more organ or a structure which can able to the same function, which can able to do the same function. That is the pneumatophore. Example, Dipheus. Now Sabada, Physophorida. Upper end of colony now forms a large gas-filled float. That is a pneumatophore. Example, Physalia, Holystemma, Staphylia. Now up to that, they are the orders and suborders and their characteristic features of hydrozoa. Now the class 2, Scyphozoa. Scyphos means cup, zoas means animal. So they includes jellyfishes are a true medusa that are exclusively marine. Okay, here polyp may not be there. Polyp may not be there. Okay, maybe option. Medusa are large, bell-like, umbrella shape, without true velum. Free swimming, okay, are attached by an arboreal stalk with the help of arboreal stalk. Polyp stage is now going to be reduced or absent. Marginal sense organs are tentaculocysts having endodermal statoliths. Gastrovascular cavity, pouches and endodermal gastric filaments are also there. Nostomodium. Mesoglea extensively gelatinous with fibers and also cells. But in hydrozoa, non-cellular mesoglea is there and now. But now here the mesoglea is with cells. Mesoglea is with the cells. Now gonads are gastrodermal. Sex cells are released in the digestive cavity. But now in hydrozoa, sex cells are directly released outside. But here sex cells are released in the digestive cavity. Now this is Scyphozoa, a class of Coelenterata divided into orders. One is Staromedusae or Lucernidae. Here body goblet or trumpet shaped. Sessile are attached by an arboreal stalk. Mouth cruciform. 4 concerned with small oral lobes and a short quadrangular manubrium. The gastrovascular system is divided into central stomach and 4 per radial pouches, 4 interradial pouches. 4 per radial pouches are there, 4 interradial septa are there. Okay, like divisions are present in the gastrovascular cavity. Gonads are now elongated, a band-like bone on the fecus of septa. No marginal sense organs, tentaculocyst. But in hydrozoa, statocysts are there, oculi are there, etc. are the sense organs. Fertilization is external, but in that fertilization is that also external. Now the larva is a planula without cilia. The same planula larva is also seen in that hydrozoa. Okay, this one order, second order, that is Charybdidea or Cubomedusa. So body is cubical with 4 flattened sides. Free swimming Scyphozoa found in warm and shallow waters of tropical and subtropical regions. The same thing here. Leaf-like gonads are there. Tentaculocyst is provided with lithocyst and 1 or more oculi. Example is Charybdea and Tamoya. So order 3, Coronate. What are the examples are here? Now Periphylla, Pericopla, that is enough. Now another order, Semestomiae. So simply you remember the names of orders only. Now the order Rhizostomiae. Rhizostoma frequently asked as part for our practical version. Example is rhizostoma again. Now class 3 Anthozoa. Class 3 here is Anthozoa. Anthos means flower, zoa means animal. Exclusively marine, solitary or colonial. Exclusively polypi, no medusa. Scyphozoa polyp is reduced or polyp is absent అని చెప్పాం. యాంథోజోవాలో ఓన్లీ ద పాలిప్ ఈస్ దేర్ బట్ నో మెడ్యూజా అని అంటున్నా. బట్ హైడ్రోజోవాలో బోత్ పాలిప్ అండ్ మెడ్యూజా ఈస్ దేర్. ఎస్, సీ ద డిఫరెన్స్. ఎస్ అఖిల.
Sir.
Hydrozoa in hydrozoa both the polyp and medusa is there, but in Scyphozoa polyp is reduced or polyp is absent but medusa is there. But in Anthozoa completely medusa is absent here, a polyp only will be here. So that is the main difference. Now the body is usually cylindrical with hexamerous, octamerous, polymerous, biradial or radio bilateral symmetry. The oral end of the body is expanded radially into an oral disc bearing hollow tentacles surrounding the mouth in the center. Now the stomodium is present, often provided with one or more ciliated grooves, the siphonoglyphs. Siphonoglyphs is present in Anthozoa. The gastrovascular cavity is subdivided by 8 or more septa or mesenteries. Now here mesenteries bear nematocysts at their inner free edges. Mesocolia is now stout, contains fibrous connective tissue or amoeboid cell. So like these characters are there. Endodermal gonads are there. Endodermal gonads are there. They develop in the mesenteries. The ripe sexual products are discharged into the coelenteron. For external fertilization, the fertilized egg developed into planula larva, which after a short free life settles down and develops into an adult one. This one is divided into subclass Alcyonaria octocoralia. Alcyonaria octocoralia. They are exclusively colonial organisms. Polyp are long, very short cylinder, terminating orally into a flat circular oral disc having an oval or elongated mouth in the center. Polyp with 8 pinnate tentacles and 8 septa are here. 8 complete mesenteries are also present in this. Single ventral siphonoglyphs are there. Yes, that is enough. Subclass 1. This one is also with order. That order here is Stolonifera. Order 2, Telistica. Order 3, Alcyonia. Order 4, Cenothecalia. Order 5, Gorgonaceae. ఈ పదం మీరు విన్నారా? గార్గోనేసియా, గార్గోనియం, గార్గోనియం అని మనం చాలాసార్లు చెప్పుకున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ సి ఫ్యాన్, Gorgonia. So all these orders are here. Order Pennatulaceae. Pennatulaceae means Pennatula will be there. Now subclass Xantharia, that is Hexacoralia. Subclass 2, solitary, colonial and marine forms, tentacles simply usually unbranched ones, numerous, arranged in multiples of 5 and 6, but never 8. Now, mesenteries are numerous, arranged in multiples of 5 or 6. They may be complete or incomplete. Gullet commonly with 2 cymonoglyphs, endoskeleton, when present, calcareous, derived from ectoderm, usually monomorphic poly. Subclass 2, Xantheria or Hexacoralia, in which orders are here. Order 1, Actinearia. Solitary alcoholic, simple, often large sized one, no skeleton. Body is muscular, often with an arboreal pedal disc, that is a pedal disc. Tentacles and mesenteries are numerous, etc. Now, Madreporaria, another order. Simply, I am saying all these orders, at least you know such orders are present in this class. Yes. Simply, what kinds of orders are there? You listen. In which class, which orders are there? Which examples are belong to which order, and that orders are belong to which class? That which class is belong to Coelenterata phylum. Hydrozoa, Scyphozoa, Anthozoa, all these three are the classes in which different subclasses are there, and suborders, orders, etc. are also there. Now, Madreporaria, you simply listen. Okay, all these orders, Madreporaria. Here, Meandrina, a brain coral is there. I think a true or stony corals are there. That is a Astraea, that is a star coral, Fungia, Favia, Madrepora, staghorn coral, and Meandrina, that is a brain coral. All these examples are under this order, Madreporaria. Now, order 3, Zoanthidia. See the example, Zoanthus. And order 4, Antipatheria. See the example for this one, black corals, Antipathes. Okay. Yes, I think it is too hard to remember all the characteristic features of different orders. Simply you know the order names and try to remember examples, 1 or 2 examples for that order. But we have to remember clearly the characteristic features of classes. Hydrozoa characteristic features, Anthozoa characteristic features, Scyphozoa characteristic features. You must remember the differences among these 3 classes, but it is unable to remember all the differential characters among all orders and suborders, etc., etc. Yes? Yes, is it remember? వినపడుతుందా అందరికీ?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Simply you listen the examples and of different orders, suborders of different classes. But you have to clearly remember forever the general characters and classification of Coelenterata is up to classes level. Hydrozoa characteristic features, Anthozoa characteristic features, Scyphozoa characteristic features, nearly at least 10 to 12 for each. Okay, beyond that you remember the names of orders and their examples. Yes, up to this it is over. Yes, now all of you are able to write the general characters of Coelenterata.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
మనం ఎన్నో చూసాం, హైడ్రోజోవా చూసాం, స్కైఫోజోవా, యాంథోజోవా ఎక్సెట్రా, లాట్ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ మనం చూసాం. If we write all these characters, they may be automatically belong to the characteristic features of Coelenterata. Okay, కాబట్టి you remember 20 to 25 characteristic features of cylinderator. After that, nearly 10 to 12 or 13 characters for hydrozoa separately and anthrozoa separately and scyphozoa separately. That is enough. Beyond that, remember the names of orders, but not the characteristic features of orders. Okay, what I am saying here, you remember, at least you remember the names of orders and one or two examples for that order. Yes, is there any doubts?
No, sir.
So can I close the session?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Akila,
Sir.
take a screenshot. At present, 27 people are visible here, but before that, 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 people may be left. So take it as a 31 or 32. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. వాళ్ళకి మాత్రం అటెండెన్స్ వేయి. Okay, I will stop at this level.